What's going on, everybody?
Hey, y'all.
Yeah, we are back.
Woo!
Yes, this Drinks and Conversation.
The podcast.
Yes, and I am Intro Picks, and I'm always in the building.
And I'm oxytocin, and it's always going down.
Yeah, we are back, y'all.
Hey, now.
We always bringing the energy.
Exactly. We feeling really royal.
We are feeling
Yes.
royal, yes. We got a royal guest in the building,
Yes,
too.
we do.
We got Alee from Dynamic Public Relations in the building.
Hey everybody, good evening. How you doing?
What's
Girl,
going on,
Alee.
Alee?
I'm doing great.
Oh, okay.
You're looking great.
I
Thank
know.
You.
You're
Thank you very
sounding
much.
great.
Yes.
Alee, listen, Alee texts me, and we talk from time to time. Actually, before we even get into that, Alee, just tell the people a little bit about yourself
And what you
do.
Okay. I'm the owner of Dynamic Public Relations, a public relations firm based in Washington, D.C. I've worked with a plethora of different clients, from nonprofits to entertainment entities, and I love what I do. One of the best to do it.
Okay.
Owner?
She really is one of the best
She's
to
the
do
owner?
it.
One of the
Okay.
best. Yes.
Gotta own your own shit. You know?
So how hard is it to get into PR and public relations?
Well, let me say this. Getting into PR, what I advise people to have is a foundation in journalism. I was the writer for the Washington Afro, Howard University graduate, broadcast journalism graduate. So with that foundation, it was easy for me to make the transition from being a journalist to being a publicist, because I know how the press likes information given to them, disseminated to them, and I write accordingly. A lot of publicists out here, they counterfeit, they bootleg, they fake.
They want one.
They want one.
They not
I'm
the real
serious.
deal.
Okay, so
They're not.
it is a publicist as big as their connections, though?
Yes.
Okay.
Their connections and the relationships they're able to maintain. When people hear Alee, Dynamic Public Relations, my reputation is consistent.
I know you're
Impressive.
speaking at an event that's coming up, aren't
Yes,
you?
with a
Yes.
panel of women.
Yes.
Okay.
Women Who Lead, Carolina Kitchen, June 7th.
In media.
Yes, Women in Media. Thank you. So it's all about the relationships you have, the ones you have been able to maintain, and just a certain level of consistency. People should always know what they're going to expect with you and your firm.
Okay. So how do you select your clients?
Well, I mean, a lot of referrals. They see what I do via social media, or they hear what I've done with other clients, and they inquire about my services.
How long have you been owning your own business?
2007.
2007. Okay, so you've been doing this for, you ain't new to this. Like, I know you said you made that transition over from broadcast journalism to public relations. So, but you've been doing this for a while now.
I have.
What would you say was your biggest victory so far?
My biggest victory. Wow, I've had a number of them. My career in itself has been a victory, because I've been through a lot along the way, and I was able to maintain and sustain myself within the world of PR.
What advice would you give to someone starting in PR?
Work as a writer for a newspaper,
Mhm.
or a producer for a television show or a radio show, so you're able to know how the press thinks.
That's important.
Like
you
some
can't- you can't
Olivia
pitch-
Pope scandal
Exactly.
type stuff, you know?
Exactly.
Get you some Shonda Rhimes, get you a little
Definitely.
glass of wine and some YouTube, and
You
you
gotta
know.
anticipate their needs.
Because a lot of the public relation programs in colleges, they don't emphasize that. And so to me, it makes the curriculum a joke to me. Because if you don't know how the press thinks, how can you pitch your client? How can you sell your client to get them the media coverage that they deserve if you don't know how to speak the language of the press?
Okay. All right.
So
okay.
that's my biggest piece of advice. Be a writer
Y'all
for
hear
a
that?
newspaper. Work as a producer of a TV show or radio show. That will be invaluable in making that transition into PR.
What has been your biggest challenge?
My biggest challenge, okay. Justifying my retainer
I was
as it relates to my white counterparts. Okay? They can charge a certain amount, it's not questioned. I charge a certain amount. Oh, why? You too expensive, you too high.
Okay.
And this is amongst our people who question that.
You gotta know your worth.
And so that's been the biggest frustration for me is how come Becky with the good hair can tell you X, Y, and Z? You don't challenge that.
And you just take it.
Okay? But Alee with the Nigerian hair, because I am Nigerian.
Hey now.
Okay. Can tell you a certain rate. And, oh, well, you too high. Or, why you charge that? And I don't know about all that.
Looking for a discount, making it a big problem.
Yeah. But
I
see,
see that a lot,
here's
though.
the thing. Here's what I want to ask is that, all right, when we talk about retainer fees and things like that, what is the average retainer fee for a publicist or
It depends. See, this
But
is what
she's
I
not
say.
your average publicist.
I'm not, but that's a great question because people would like to know a range.
right,
Okay. Now, for where I am in my career,
right.
I'm charging a certain amount of money. If you're
Right.
starting out, you may want to be on the lower end until you build your clientele.
So what's the lower end? What's the higher end?
Okay, cool. Okay,
Okay,
so
let's
lower end.
numbers. What's the
Sure.
lower end? What's the higher end?
Okay, lower end publicists starting out per month, $1,000 to $1,500 a month.
Okay,
That's lower end.
that's a whole mortgage condo right
But
there.
my fees ranged anywhere between $2,500 to $45 a month.
Okay,
Minimum and minimum 2-month retainer.
okay.
So you do.
I'm a, talk about getting money out here doing.
Yeah.
But see, you know what? You've been doing this for a long time, and I've seen the clients that
And
you
you do
have.
what you do well.
Yeah,
So,
you do,
know,
you do what you do well. You have connections. You have us.
Yes.
We're
yes,
connected.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
We're connected. So
Definitely.
what made you want to get into, public relations and
Great
then
question.
starting your own firm?
Great question. So as a writer for the Afro, publicists would come to me to write, cover their clients.
Uh-huh.
But their pitches, their press releases were horrible. And I said, I can do this and make their money. Because my check was a joke at the time. Okay. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to do it. And I had already established a significant number of press contacts and relationships. So I used those relationships to start my own firm.
I know that's right.
Took that leap of faith.
That leap of faith.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what's your advice? I mean, I know other publicists out there are trying to get their connections and
Sure.
are trying to get more in depth into the media and trying to get on a level of experience like yourself.
Okay.
I mean, what advice do you have for them? Do you have some shortcuts or some things?
Here's the thing. Establishing relationships. Establishing a rapport with the producers who you pitch stories to. Establishing a rapport with the reporters who you talk to.
Okay.
Networking. Being friendly.
Being nice. Going out there.
It's public relations. They call it public relations for a reason.
Yeah.
I mean, to be quite frank with you, and I probably shouldn't be saying this, but take someone out for drinks, take them out for coffee, engage them on a personal level.
Okay.
That goes a long way.
Yeah.
It's not going to necessarily guarantee you coverage, no, but that rapport is there. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I pitched stuff that didn't make it on air, but my batting average is pretty high, so
I know that's right.
yeah.
I know that's right.
So everything that I pitch does not get on air. It doesn't get media coverage. But for the most part, when a client retains me, I have in my head 5 to 6 media hits that I know I can secure. And a lot of publicists, especially in this area, they get a bad rap because they'll take people's money and they won't do anything for them. Don't take anybody's money if you cannot get them coverage. And manage the expectations of your clients. If your client is still at that local level of press, you need to communicate that to them before you take their money. Because some people automatically think, oh, I didn't pay you thousands of dollars, I should be on Ellen. But you're not Ellen worthy.
Okay.
It's a process to get to that point. It's a formula. Folks just think, okay, I've hired you for 6 weeks and they want you to work miracles. I'm not Jesus.
But what does
my
it take to
hands
get
are
there? I mean,
anointed.
how much coverage, how much media, how much do you have to, if you want to get there, if you want to get interviews with the top media outlets of the world today?
You have to have to start at a local level. Have covered that the local level of coverage, media, TV, radio. Cover that, and then continue to build through social media.
Okay.
And then from there, it's just you just continue to get visibility within your market and beyond to reach that point of national coverage, national interviews.
Well, since you brought that up, I need to also bring up a topic real quick of social media and how should we use our social media? Like, you're a publicist. What's your advice on how people should use their social media?
It depends on what they want to use their social media for. People have to be very cognizant of the fact that everyone's watching. Social media is very wide open. So either it's going to be strictly business or personal. And what people tend to do is mix the personal with the business, and you send mixed signals. So you have to determine what you want to use your social media for.
Okay. DM.
Because you be doing that too. You be mixing yours. I be mixing mine too.
And it's easy to do.
It is easy to do.
Yeah.
It is easy to do.
I'm like, damn, I do that.
I mean, but do you think that, people who don't use what if you don't have a business? Like,
then you should, in your mind, say to yourself, okay, what do I want people to know about me? Do I want to highlight my job, my family, my children? Do I want to post inspirational quotes every day? Whatever it is, just be consistent with it. When you're all over the place, that's when you look crazy. Because there was a period of time for me where I was posting pictures and with a lot of cleavage.
okay.
I was going through that phase.
Okay.
Selfies with a lot of cleavage. But I leaned back from it.
You was Instagram modeling a little bit.
To an extent. To an extent.
But what's wrong with that? Somebody would say that,
Oh, I've had comments like the DMs were on an all-time high.
Okay. All right.
And I didn't want that kind of attention.
The power of a DM.
Oh, yes.
The power of a DM.
Yes.
Listen, so while we on DMs and dating and different things like that, how is your dating life?
Ha! Oh boy, I have had a lot of challenges in that area.
Okay.
I can say honestly, it's been a little frustrating.
We need to actually hook you up with something because we've been.
We do a lot of matchmaking. We've made some love connections.
We made some.
Yeah.
Are you currently single now?
I am single.
Okay.
Do you think is it more the area? Is it more that you just can't find someone on your level, or what do you think is your biggest challenge with dating?
My biggest challenge is finding someone who is honest with their intentions.
With their intentions.
Okay. Now, if all you want to do is have fun, have sex, you don't want a relationship. My thing is this: articulate that initially. Tell me that. Like, hey, I don't want to be in a relationship right now, but I find you attractive and I'd like to have sex with you. I can appreciate that level.
And
that's but that's crazy though. You know why? Because when a man doesn't say those things, and when a man leads you on to believe that there's actually some room for growth,
okay,
you leave yourself vulnerable for an emotional backlash from the woman. Because you done built her up to think that it's going to be more, and it's
maybe
not.
you think it's going to be more. Maybe
That's
you
what I
trying
was
to get to.
thinking,
Maybe you think you are going to get to know that person. Listen,
And then feelings change. So that's why it's important to always communicate. But I don't think off the bat a man is going to be that honest. You got some fellas who are literally that
I
honest,
can appreciate,
but they're not. They're
can
few and far in between.
Alee, Dynamic Public Relations, Alee
Let her know
OPO,
what's up.
Lala, Alafaka OPO, the full government
put
name.
the whole thing out
Let
there.
her know
now.
what's up.
If you ever meet me, and I'm a very straightforward person, tell me. If all you want to do is smash, you never know. I
And
might
what
be
you
down.
gonna say? What you gonna say?
You know what? I'll say, thank you for your honesty. We can still be cool.
So why I'm gonna say that?
I'm not
No,
done.
hold on.
I'm not done. I'm not done. I'll say we can still be cool, but right now I'm looking for something a little bit more.
Okay.
And down the line,
Okay.
a friendship develops, and then I might want to smash.
Okay. I get what
But
you-
I can appreciate that honesty.
But isn't that the same thing when you say I'm getting to know you? So it's like, isn't that the same thing?
No.
If I tell you that I want to smash,
Yes.
and you telling me that, well, I'm looking for something a little bit more serious. I'm
Yes.
looking for something to get to know somebody.
Uh-huh.
Isn't that the same thing as when I'm saying I'm coming to you and I'm saying I'm getting to know you?
No.
We still gonna smash
No.
later down the line.
No. You know why?
Some guys
Because
are
no.
womanizers and they be selling women dreams. I think that's
Right.
what it is. When they know damn good
Well,
and well they not finna take her seriously or
Right.
be with her.
Right.
They just literally just spew lies and sweet nothing.
Exactly, just to get
Because
the
y'all
draws.
listen.
And that's the problem. Women
Fall
out
in love
there
with what
need
they
to
hear.
embrace the truth. If more women embrace the truth
Okay.
and would stop running from the truth and embrace that,
Okay.
there'd be no issue.
Not
So-
even running to. Some women just take it as an insult or they get upset with the
And
truth.
they
Like,
shouldn't.
don't take it like
And
that.
they shouldn't.
You need to come
They
from
shouldn't.
receive it.
So
Appreciate
the
so
honesty.
what the
Yeah.
women are saying is that we should just be like, okay, we're trying to fuck.
If that's what
Okay.
you are trying
And
to
that's
do.
basically what,
Yes.
what we're trying to do.
Yes.
No, maybe we like you and we're still trying to fuck. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we actually like you. Maybe we actually are attracted
But if
to
you know,
you.
but if you
But
know,
here's the thing. Even with men, if we're attracted to you, we like you. We know that's gonna come with that. We know that is. But I think the goal is that we're trying to make you ours in a sense.
Shit, how long does that take?
Well, shit depends on how good you know the story is.
No.
You know what I'm saying? But every girl is different, though. I understand you want someone that is fully straightforward, but you gotta understand that somebody just meeting you, they're not gonna be straightforward like that unless they really are just a jackass and just is just like, listen. Hey man, you look
But see,
good
why
from
you have to
across the
label them a
room. I don't know
jackass?
nothing about you. Don't want to know nothing about you.
But that's not a jackass. I mean, definitely delivery is key. You can't
Delivery-
just be
delivery
saying
is
it
key.
anyhow. It's not what you
Exactly.
say,
But
it's
that's
how
not
you
what
say
you're
it.
looking for,
But-
though.
You know, just be honest.
just be honest.
That's it.
That's it. That's
Honesty is the best policy, you know? Especially when it comes
What
to
if somebody
that
comes
part.
up and says, I'm really trying to get to know you.
Mhm.
I'm looking for something serious. They get involved with you and they don't feel the same way later. After
That's
we
it.
done had sex. Maybe the sex was
And-
good.
and-
Maybe the
and-
sex wasn't good.
And for me,
but listen,
I would
but,
be upset,
but that's
I would be
dating though,
pissed.
isn't it?
and that's why I'm single. 'Cause I don't want to deal with all the games and the this and the maybes and the ifs, ands, and buts. I
Yeah.
can't do it anymore. I am 38
And
years old,
So what so
and a bitch is tired.
And
Mother
that's where
is
communication
tired
comes in. You
of the
gotta communicate.
foolishness. I'm
So
tired.
I mean, if you feel like that, I should know some way through. Like, you know, I'm not kind of feeling the same. Just communicate that to me throughout. I think if throughout the relationship or throughout the process, if they're communicating, they'll be able to let you know when that shit happens, and hopefully it's soon enough for you to be like, all right, cut ties.
Exactly.
gotta
But
know.
some of them will continue to keep you around because the pussy good.
Yeah.
I mean, and you
Selfish.
getting it. I mean, you don't already gave it up.
Yeah, and they might like the consistency of
And
the
you keep
goodness.
giving it up. So you at least that person you sometimes you do have a strong sexual connection.
But
Yes.
I've been in situations where met a guy, wasn't really my type physically, but he got into my mental.
He made your brain smile.
He made my brain smile, and then he became my type. And then when
That's a
it
good
didn't
line.
work out, I was like, you weren't even my type anyway. You were the little engine that could. Read into that.
So you're not
however
gonna
you
try to
want
play him. How you gonna say
Because
that?
when you mad,
How you gonna be mad after the fact though? He made your brain smile. How many niggas do that? So he definitely stood out, and that
Yes, yes.
that showed you that
But he
it's really
played
not
me-
about the
he
physical
played me
though.
on some groupie type stuff, and I'm like, okay.
All this trial and error. Can't we just find the right one?
I'm just tired. I
You just-
really am tired.
I mean, have you tried any other forms of dating?
Online
as
dating.
online
I've never
dating?
done that.
Oh.
I'm old fashioned.
Old
So
fashioned.
you're not open to it at all.
Even men in my DMs, through
But you know
Facebook,
what? But Alee,
I'm not
listen,
feeling that.
Sidewalk
you
dating.
can find people.
Hey,
That's
girl. Hey.
Oh, hell
No.
But Alee, listen. If you're looking for someone that's more serious, they have a filter for that on Tinder and shit. They do. Like
You say
can.
tender?
I'm looking for
He
something
frequents
serious. Look, Tinder, fish. I don't know
Did
I
you
don't know
say
the dating
Tender
whether
of all the apps.
what.
Tender.
Or
Match.com.
black people meet. Yeah.
Black people meet.
Meet.com.
Yeah. I don't know the apps. But
I
listen.
still believe in meeting someone organically, old-fashioned meeting. Someone you may know. Like
A referral. Mhm.
a referral. But this randomness, no.
I agree,
I don't
but
do the
listen, but
randomness.
sometimes if you're looking for something specific, then that's a good way to find someone who's looking for the same thing. You get what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying.
Like
It's
if
practical.
somebody is on there really looking for a relationship, because you never know, it could be a dude out there that's not meeting the right female, and that's running in the same situation that you running in. That's meeting girls that maybe just want to use them for their money, maybe just want to
Sleep with them.
just sleep with them for for nothing
Oh, poor
or whatever.
baby.
But you know what I'm saying. But I'm saying like there's somebody out there that could be going through the same thing, and you could just filter it on down and be like, you know what, Jerome from the 5th floor over 200th Street. I'm about to go meet him for coffee and just
At
meet
the
for
Starbucks.
coffee. Well, not Starbucks. We got to change it to Panera now because we
St.
don't.
Copa, St.
Of course.
Copa.
All right, yeah, because we don't
Exactly.
do Starbucks no more. That's
I mean,
that's
for
it.
me, to be honest with you, I'm just exhausted with the whole process of dating and courtship. I'm exhausted.
I can
Okay.
understand
I'm
her.
just- I'm
I
just-
feels her. Black sis.
I mean, there are times where I'm lonely. I'd like someone to be there with me, but the whole process of dating, getting to know them, getting to know their family, their friends. 10 years ago, 5 years ago, I had the patience for it. But now at almost 40, I don't.
You don't have the patience for it.
But things be happening after 40. Look at Taraji.
I know, right?
Look,
Congratulations to her.
Do
Yeah.
you think it's the area?
Congratulations to her.
Do you think that you
I
may have
think-
to?
Men in this area are definitely a different breed.
Okay.
I'm from New York, so
New York in the building.
yes,
Both.
NY in the building, and I definitely think men down here are different.
Okay.
I do. Dating in the DMV is it's quite interesting. It's quite interesting.
Well, tell us a couple stories. While I know
Oh my
shit.
goodness! I mean, I'm trying to
I mean,
maintain
what's
my
your wildest date?
professionalism
I
here.
mean, what?
I'm trying to maintain professionalism here.
Okay. All right. Okay.
But I can say that it's. I got the lipstick on the mic. Sorry about that. But it's just I'm at a point in life where if it happens, great.
Okay.
But I am not making exerted efforts to meet somebody, to meet someone.
Okay.
I'm not.
So you
going,
just living through.
I'm not going out of my way.
Okay.
Yep, just letting life
Alright.
happen.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the best way to meet somebody, honestly,
Yeah.
is to just be in what you're doing,
Mm-hmm.
especially what you're doing as far as focusing on your career and focusing on, expanding your business and your craft and stuff like that.
But everything. And listen to what you're saying. These things are wonderful, right?
Right.
But I've met men who were intimidated by the fact that I own my own business, that I'm so busy, that I'm always on the go.
Well, you have to make time.
I don't have a problem with that, but they feel some kind of way. That, you ain't gonna have time for me. You need business hours. My lack of business hours pays my mortgage. So unless you want to do that, I don't know what to tell you.
But people
I've
do know
encountered that a lot.
that nothing is going to come before your business, right? Or
I've been basically given
I mean, especially
preliminary
in the beginning-
ultimatums.
in the beginning.
like, if you trying to rock with me, you need to.
Chill back. But you want somebody that respects your time and respects.
My hustle
fact
and my
that you
love for
have
my
their own
business.
hustle.
Yeah, and do your thing.
They're
Exactly.
occupying their time.
Exactly.
That way they can make time for each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
What are your top 3 qualities your mate has to have? Do you have a list? I mean,
I don't have a list. No.
You have top 3 qualities?
Let me see. Top 3 qualities: God-fearing, funny. God-fearing, funny. Just an overall decent person.
Decent. Okay.
Just
Okay,
a decent person.
You got that down,
Yeah,
so we can
yeah.
start to love.
Yeah, so we can start looking. We can start to say.
But you know what?
But-
My biggest thing is good teeth.
Good too.
That's
Okay.
all.
I ain't mad at that.
Because I don't mind dating a short man.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Put
I
that
don't
on
mind.
list. You'll do
I don't
short.
I don't
Okay.
mind.
But the teeth got to be on
Teeth have
point.
to be right.
Yeah.
Get that to be
I'm
on point.
sorry.
Now everybody got the
Is it
same.
like
Not everybody got the same
Missing
dental
teeth,
coverage.
tinted tooth. What's there?
What?
Like,
Not
I'm
tinted
trying-
tooth.
I'm trying to catch
That's-
it.
The
No,
teeth
none
are
of that.
important.
The
Okay.
teeth are
Okay.
important.
Yeah, teeth are important.
So, how important is when you are dating?
Mm-hmm.
How important is acceptance among your family?
Well, if his family didn't accept me, it would bother me.
Okay.
My family's pretty much, that's her man, we staying out of it. I don't have that kind of meddling family.
Okay.
So on my end, they like, as long as you're happy, we're happy.
They're good. Yeah.
But it would really bother me if I was dating someone and his family didn't like me.
What if you was dating somebody in your family didn't like you, and his family didn't like you?
It wouldn't matter to me only because I try to get close to people's family. Like, I run your family. If I really,
What do you
that's just
mean?
that's
Right. No,
my
I agree with you.
personal opinion.
I
Like,
agree
I
with
don't
you.
want to be
But how? But
at your
how?
mama house, your auntie house, meeting your extent. I don't want to do
But
any of that.
how?
I mean,
first of
if
all,
it just
actually,
happens
Joe,
to
you
happen.
come from a big family,
And I
So-
come from a family that I love, so I'm very particular about who I introduce to my family, who meets my family. Like, not anybody gets to meet my
but you
family.
wouldn't do the same
I'm
with that
not gonna
person's
just
family.
no, not if I'm. How many girlfriends or whoever are they gonna meet? Like, if you're taking me seriously and we're like courtship,
take you seriously. Yeah.
then I'll start to. But it'll be real life.
But what if
it'd be
they
real
didn't
life.
like you though?
They didn't like me. That's their loss. I mean, I'm not gonna in the business of trying to make anybody like me. I feel like I'm a great person. I have a great heart. If you can't see that, then that's fine. I'll give you your space. But eventually, they will like me. Just
No, but what if they don't like you?
they will. They'll come around.
I know that's right.
I think nine
know
times
that's
out of
right.
10, you just have to get to know people. You have to give people a chance. You know what I mean?
But
I
I've
think I'm
dated
that type of
guys
person to give
and
somebody a chance.
their father was trying to holler.
That's just horrible.
I mean,
And the
I've
father
dated
was
girls and their
married.
mama tried to holler.
That's tacky.
See, I don't be
That's
around
tacky.
the family, so I don't.
But see, that's not the thing.
was-
It is the fact that here's how I see it. I see like your family can judge good character. And I mean your family as a whole, not cousin here and there or whatever.
Right.
But I feel like they can tell who's good for you. They can tell. They can see it.
Right.
Even though when you can't.
Depending
But I feel
on your
like
family.
if your mate cannot be around your family,
That's the problem. Recipe for
especially
disaster.
if you love your family and
Right.
love to be around your family, it's no way. If your family doesn't like your boyfriend, you think that he's invited to all of the cookouts and the things like that?
Well, those things you'd go to. I'm just like not kicking it at your mama house with you. I'm just not doing it unless is it her birthday or
Right.
I mean, is there a function going on?
Well, then you're not
That's
going to be
different.
right for a guy who loves his family because
I
he's
will be.
always going to be with his
He's
family.
not always gonna be with his family. No one is always
If
with
you're
their family.
not
I'm down
always,
for
but
the
listen.
functions. But I'm not about to just like it's my Saturday off or my Sunday. And you're like, oh, let's go to my mom's house. If it ain't Sunday dinner or something
Right,
special, I'm
right.
not going to
I
chill
agree.
and kick it at your family's house.
Okay.
I'm not.
All right. Okay,
Like we
killer.
can all go see a play. Like we have to be doing something.
I agree with you
I
totally.
can't couch potato at your mama house. It's
Right.
just not.
Right.
Okay, I mean, I can
I'm
understand
not
that.
Right.
doing
I
that.
can understand that. But definitely, yeah, if it's an event or something like
Yeah,
that,
fuck
yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
Show
so you
face.
do
Now, would you date a man who was still living with his mother?
That's circumstantial, so I would need a little bit.
Like what?
What's
What's so
going on?
circumstantial
I mean,
about
is
it?
he in between jobs? Did something happen? Is that I would just have
No,
to
basically,
know
he's
more.
never been out on his own.
His own.
He's in his mid-30s,
Mid-30s.
still living with his mother.
if he's gainfully employed and has his own thing going on, I would be okay with it. Only because maybe he doesn't want his a safety, a woman living in a house by herself. It's some crazies out here who watch you. Maybe he's protecting his mom, or maybe he's paying the bills and his mom is just living. Like, I would have to know what's going on, because I have a friend. He stays with his mom. It is his mom's house. Yes, it is in her name, but he pays all the bills. It's just him and his mom. He doesn't have a woman. He's not married, so why go out? And she got a house. She got all this space. And she's alone.
Sounds like the guy I dated. What's his name? For real, I'm serious.
So you don't believe that no guys should be living with their mom after a certain age?
You should, as a man, you should have your own space.
Okay.
I dated a guy like that. Gave me his behind to kiss, and that was a whole nother. That was a tough situation, but I would never. Yeah, that was real.
If it's like
real bad situation.
The mom and the husband, like your mother and your father still living together and you living with them, okay, that's the issue. But if it's just your mom living alone,
yeah, because his father died some years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, as a son, as a only son, I'm gonna look out for my moms. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And if I have to sacrifice my relationship for that, depending on a certain situation, I would. Now, I take this though. I do feel like in certain situations, I feel like a guy shouldn't live with his parents past the age of really 23. Honestly.
I agree. Definitely.
And I feel like you do have to have your own space. I feel like you always have to have your own space, because especially if you're going to have a relationship,
of course,
it's that, and I feel like, I mean, women, it's okay. You live with your parents and this and that. Cause even back in the day, you would take the girl from the parents' home and have your own. But just as a man, you do need your own space. Okay.
Now another question.
You need a good.
You're dating somebody. What is the limit on baby mamas or baby daddies that they should have?
For me, it's one.
What about you?
It's one. I'm going to have to say one.
Because nowadays, the average is most people have more than two people they've had children with.
But if you
that's
do
the
that,
norm
but that means that you've had at least 2 kids.
Right.
So honestly, I'm not dating nobody that's had. If I don't have any kids, I'm not dating nobody that has more than one.
Gotcha.
And I say that because it would be too much for me as a single person with no kids to endure all of that. On top of a relationship. Especially kids that are not really mine, So, and to deal with 2 other niggas on top of that. It's a whole six party.
And don't let the kids be a little older with attitudes.
Do you know what?
You're dating her right
You ain't
around.
my daddy.
The child is like 12, 13. Where's the problem?
Exactly.
Different if it's like a 3-year-old. You can kind of worm your way in their heart.
But I vowed after a relationship that I was in, I vowed not to date any girls with kids. And I did, and my girl now, she's changed my mind about that. It's been a while.
Just that one was the wrong one.
Yeah, it was just the wrong one. And sometimes, you know what, Alee? Sometimes you can't really judge one experience and judge everybody. You know what I'm saying? That it's always like that for everybody.
Yeah, but when it comes to kids, I think you should really know if you want to deal with that or not.
Yeah.
Only because children are involved.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
And you got to also
not
understand.
For you, cut it.
Yeah, and you got to also understand. Now, let me tell you, for a single brother, it's a lot of baby mamas out there that's like, listen, they want that relationship. You know what I'm saying? It didn't work out with the baby daddy, but they still want that kind of like a family relationship. And you got to be able to step into those shoes and be like, listen, I'm dating both you and your child in a sense. You can't separate the two.
For me, my son is 16, and I said to myself,
"You gonna have another one?"
No.
So you don't want. Nobody with kids.
No.
I mean, you don't want nobody who wants kids.
Yeah, because I'm not having any more.
Okay.
Look,
I'm not having any more.
What?
Because for me, the whole And people do it. This is,
Where's my drink?
people do it. But for me, I got 2 kids by 2 different men or 3. I was never one for that. I was never one for that. So, 38.
Hold up. So the person
And I-
is just gonna be short. I'm sorry to cut you off. So the person
Well, you have to
is
come,
just gonna be
well,
short
come with your own
because
kids, pretty much. Have your own seeds.
Okay.
We're not having any more seeds. I'm in the prime of my life.
Okay.
Physically, professionally. I don't want anybody breastfeeding me. I don't want to breastfeed anybody right now. So for me, it's more so of a,
You have to be
I
settled.
understand. I don't want to
Yeah.
go back.
No.
It's a lot. That first 1 to 5, when you have that child, and then you have to find day. First of all, daycare is expensive.
So,
as hell.
if I had a child now, there would
gotta
be a
breastfeed.
16, 17-year-old gap.
Who wants to
Mm.
go?
No.
And it changes your
No.
whole life. A
No.
child changes everything.
I did it when I was young. I'm
No.
done. So,
Mm-mm.
no. So
But
if they
you're
have
more
kids,
prepared
that's fine.
when you're older.
Yeah, but
you're
I'm
more
good.
established when you're older. You
But
have
that's
a
the key
groundwork,
is I'm older.
right?
I'm used
So-
to getting up and going, not getting up and,
You just got more things in a way that you have to sort out. That's all. Because when
No.
you're younger, you don't really got too much to really.
No, I don't want any more
sort out.
kids.
You
No.
got your job. You got your
No.
this. You got to go back and forth from here to I'm just
Uh-uh.
done. I'm done with it. I understand what you're saying.
No.
To a T.
No. But I have people I went to school with who they're just starting a family.
Great.
I mean, which is great for them, but
Yeah.
for me, I'm like, ooh, been there, done that,
That
boo-boo,
ship has
16
sailed.
years ago.
But nah, I feel like that. I
16
feel like we
years
like starting a families. Kids. I don't have any kids. I still want kids. So I do feel like like you could be at a certain age where you're saying it.
Does your girl want any more kids?
Well, she be on the fence every now and then.
You gonna see? You gonna knock her up? Just put a ring
He
on it,
trying
and you gonna knock her up.
You're trying to.
Listen, she be on the fence, but sometimes it's like, but I feel like, listen, I feel like I honestly feel like, listen, just have my babies
Mhm.
and give them to me.
Right, right.
It's an first time for me, but it wouldn't be the first time for her. Yeah. And I could kind of respect it, though. I understand that if you've been through stuff and you've already raised your kids, sometimes you just don't want to start all over,
Right.
and this and that. But I feel like if it just happens, you'll be happy once the baby comes and it look like you and it got a nice little personality. Be like, where would I be without you?
I just live vicariously through my friends and everyone else having more babies. And I would love to hold her, hug your
That's
baby,
y'all
and give
was
it right
hunching
back.
early.
Give it
Y'all
right
was
back.
hunching early. Y'all done got, listen.
I mean, I'm at a point where it's just would like to be in a relationship, somebody to hold me down and just be there for me. But that's just been a challenge, and we'll see.
Well, we
See.
gonna make it happen.
We got to.
We gonna make
I
it
got
happen.
somebody in mind.
You got somebody in mind already?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you do.
You got to
okay.
tell
Yeah.
me so we can touch
I
this
know,
up.
I
put
got
it
to-
on
Okay,
the
well,
table,
give me the basic 411 on this guy.
He's employed. I think that's just so
Ah,
important.
that's the basic one.
That's just what. That's so important. He's tall. He's black. He's American. He's younger.
How much more younger?
He's over 30.
Okay.
He's over 30.
And you look like you're in your 30s anyways.
I'm
right?
38.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's fit. Not like
Does he have children?
he does have a child.
Okay.
A
Okay.
small child.
Okay.
Not too small, but he does have a small child.
Okay. Just one?
Just one.
Okay.
Just numero uno. I won't set you up like that.
Okay.
Just one.
Okay.
And he's just nice.
Not like
think-
I was
yeah.
yeah.
And he's smart. I think you two would vibe intellectually. Like they'll have good cancer talk.
Is he gonna be honest?
Yes. He is.
He's gonna be honest.
He's gonna be honest.
She want
What does
honesty.
he What does he do?
Armed forces in the military. I'm not too sure what
Okay.
his job is though, but he's in the military.
Okay.
I think it's the Air Force. Navy. I don't know too much, but he. I think
We're gonna
that-
try to make a little
Yeah.
connection. We're gonna
Yeah.
try to make a little connection. This and that.
Mhm.
This and that. So what do you think about the royal wedding that's going on? We about to have some black
Meghan
people.
Markle
I love it.
Yeah.
and her
I
mom
love
is
it.
goals. They cute.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Her mom got the locks and
Yes.
shit. You know. I said,
Love it. No, I love it.
I
Love
said,
it, love it,
Mama
love it.
looking good.
Yeah.
Mama, what's your number?
How about
What's
her
But
going on?
I'm wondering what the royal family thought of her cultural ethnic background. I'm sure there was a bit of resistance.
Man, I think she's just so beautiful
She's
that
beautiful.
you would just
She's
be
regal.
like,
She's just she's pristine.
And that's
Nothing
just-
like that daddy of
Yeah.
hers and that brother, half brother.
I felt like that's her natural like glow, and
Yes.
it's just like
Yeah.
you know they have no.
I
but
wish them luck.
yeah.
I do.
I wish everyone in love
Yeah.
like yeah.
What is it? Prince Harry? Harry? Yeah, Prince
Harry.
Harry. He
Got him a
and he
sister.
the wild one. Ain't
Yes.
he? He
Yeah.
the wild one.
Sister.
So yeah, and she gonna calm him down. So it's like I think that whole thing works.
I'm excited for them. Nice young
excited for
couple,
them.
vibrant couple. Yeah.
But I
Definitely.
can't believe black people about to be up there. Listen, let a couple generations go by.
Right.
Get-
Right.
They having babies. They gonna have babies. They're going to have babies.
Mhm.
And when that baby come out with some nappy red hair, it's gonna be tight.
You're so stupid.
It's gonna be nappy red hair.
Yep. Nappy red hair.
They gonna lock it. It's
Part of
gonna
the
be
royal
Waka
family.
Flocka all over again.
You
Hilarious.
so stupid.
Hilarious.
Flock of flock. I can't.
But they asked Rihanna was she gonna attend the.
Oh,
the they asked her was she gonna attend the wedding, and she was like, "Why would I attend the wedding? I only met him like one time." And this
I
and
guess
that.
when you see celebrities together on TV, you kind of think they're like really cool. They really hang out.
Like,
they
really, I don't know
each
this
other.
person.
And
We're not cool like that.
they just photo op real quick.
Right.
I mean, have you ever been to a wedding that of a person you really didn't know like that?
Yes.
though?
I was
Yeah.
in somebody's wedding. I didn't really know her.
Okay.
What?
She said she needed the bridesmaid. I said, okay, cute. The dress was cute. Why not?
Did you pay for the dress?
No.
Okay.
But she said she needed one more bride. She wanted somebody that was cute. Do it.
I mean, is that a thing though?
Yeah, she
Like,
should've-
if you don't have enough friends
she
and
should've
family,
ran
do you
a
just
salary. She should've
do
paid
you
her.
reach outside? Do you start asking coworkers and people that's just like, "Hey, I'm having a wedding
The
next week.
wedding
Why don't you
party,
be in it?"
the wedding party got to be even on both sides now. If you're gonna do it right. You got
even her numbers out.
Yeah, you gotta.
Why they gotta be even?
It gotta be even.
Why can't
Who
like
one person
three
gonna walk down with?
Right.
And then that's
people
your-
could sit down and already be down there at the aisle?
No, it don't work.
No,
like
it doesn't
that.
work that
I
way.
can I can see.
That's
you
in the
haven't been
black
to many
family.
weddings.
Yeah, the
It
black
doesn't work
family
that
does.
way, you know, but I mean, people just do
Oh, yeah,
convention,
you gotta-
different things,
Yeah.
just to be different and just, But I thought that was interesting. She said, "Why not be in my wedding?"
What is one thing at your wedding you absolutely have to do?
Excuse me.
One thing at your wedding you absolutely have to do if you got married.
Oh, I'd walk down the aisle with no panties on.
Hey, she lying ready. for
Oh,
that.
dang! Why?
The night of the, cause she ready for the night
Is it gonna
of
be
the
hot?
wedding.
It's gonna be. I know
No
that's
panties
She's
right.
ready to
No,
make
definitely.
it official.
So you're not gonna wear no panties your whole wedding?
No undergarments at
Do
all.
they? Do the brides wear it? They probably do. I
Some
guess.
part do, some part
Because
don't.
I'm an exhibitionist. So
Okay,
if I'm
explain.
in a relationship, okay, and I'm really that's my
Explain.
man.
What's the exhibitionist? Explain.
Okay, in public,
Co-
we're kissing,
co- co-
we're tonguing each other down. We're all over each other.
Okay.
I like to display. I like
Yeah,
PDA.
affection. Okay.
That's me.
Okay.
So I would want to just kiss and hug and be, all lovey-dovey. That's just
Boot
Okay.
up, boot up.
exactly.
And you?
Visually boot up.
Something at my wedding?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know.
You don't know?
It's not really.
It's coming
It's not
up,
really
like,
our
you
wedding.
know.
But I would want an intimate destination wedding.
Yeah, destination weddings are nice.
I'm not doing the whole church and all that stuff. I'm not doing
Reception
that.
down the street.
No,
Mm.
that's too much.
Yeah.
It's too expensive.
I would say for me, I have to have. I want a buffet style though, kind of
Well,
wedding.
the food got to be good at my
Yeah,
wedding.
I can't have like the,
The
service
food should be
and the
good
plates.
at every wedding.
Yeah, food has to be
I gotta have like buffet.
Buffet style. You want to eat to your food.
Yeah, I want to eat something.
Look.
Yeah, yeah. Feed me good.
right.
Give me my thank yous. And then hit me with the bill. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
Have fun. Let me get drunk. And then hit me with
Like
the bill.
open bar is it for me. Like Like I
Yeah.
will have an
Open
open
bar.
bar.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Top
But
shelf.
how about people who do the court wedding and then have the big reception?
I mean,
That's good too.
people do that. Save
Good
money.
too. Yeah.
I mean, listen, weddings be expensive these
It's
As
days.
hell.
And
hell.
spending 20,000. I mean, even spending 5,000-6,000 on a ring, and then you gotta. It's expensive. It's
To me,
expensive for
the
no
ring,
reason.
The jewelry has to speak volumes.
Why?
Because, I mean, no offense, but you're not giving me no Cracker Jack box ring. Talking about you marrying me.
Why not?
Hell no.
It's the
Not
point that
happening.
he
I
wants.
would rather go half on you with the ring than for me to be walking around.
Now we
like,
talking. Where they at? You said half?
Yeah.
Did you say half?
There she going half.
Because the ring represents
she
us
want.
out here on these streets.
It does. The ring is big representation.
So,
But that's what puts a lot of pressure on men. And honestly, that's why a lot of men don't feel that they should propose or do things like that if they don't have that type of symbolization. And honestly, and women put that pressure on men. But honestly, if you love the guy, it really shouldn't matter.
but
Does
if a man proposed to me and the ring was a bit immature, I would accept the proposal, and we can sit down together and work out how we're going to pay for a better ring.
That's not realistic though.
Well, what you mean? What you mean? What's not?
Because
that's not
for a
realistic.
guy, it's not realistic. We're not about to sit down and talk about how we could pay for
I'm
a
a
better
ride or
ring for
die
you.
type chick. You know
All
what I'm
right,
saying?
but that's not right. But that's not ride or die. That's financial layaway plan. That's like the ride or die is you come and get me out of jail when I beat some nigga ass for looking at you wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like that's ride or die. But what I'm saying is that for a guy that wants to do something nice for you and that wants to get you a ring that you deserve,
Yes.
there is pressure there to get you a certain expectation of a ring because you're gonna show it to all your friends, you're gonna show it, you're gonna post it. It's a symbolization or a reflection of me as a man. So as my ego goes, I'm not going to do it unless I can afford to do it. And if I can't afford to do it, you're going to have
So
to
okay,
just...
so here's the thing. So when you start dating somebody, you vibing with them, you're feeling them. In your mind, when you say, "Hey, I might want to have her in my life for the long term," start putting money aside for the ring.
That sounds all good in theory, but
Right.
when you juggling a couple women and then you find
That's
the
the
one,
problem right there.
But
That's the
that's
problem.
dating.
That's the BS.
No, that's not the
That's
problem.
the BS.
No, when you are not juggling. I shouldn't use
Dating
juggling, right?
comes
Juggling
When you're
is
dating,
an accurate
when
term.
you're
before
dating,
courting.
when
so
you're dating
there has
women,
to be a transition
right?
there.
So
Right.
To
a lot
go
of the
from dating
times
to I'm a
you
married
saying put away a fun as far as what you want to do, and that's
Mhm.
fine. We could put away a fun. We could save the little bit of money that we can. Sometimes we can't. Sometimes shit, we don't have a little bit of money to be saving away for a damn ring. As if you're gonna be down with a nigga, if you a ride or die, you're gonna be ride or die with or without the ring.
That's bull.
Oh my
Oh gosh.
Beyonce
I'm-
done got y'all tore up out here.
No,
these
I'm
streets.
kinda-
Ain't no without.
I'm the kind of person
He said, hold on, you got to put the ring first.
just where I am in life and everything that I've been through. If I'm with someone and I feel like we're gonna get married, a proposal is cool, but let's just be realistic. I want that ring to bling, so let's just work together to make sure the ring look good. I'm sorry.
And that's what it's
I'm
all.
sorry.
That's what it's about.
I'm
because
sorry.
listen, if you're in a relationship,
Mhm.
right? I'm in a long-term relationship. We've been together for a while.
Okay.
Listen,
When we
if
go
you
ring
if you're with someone and you enjoy them,
Mhm.
okay. First of all, the time goes by quick.
Right.
Second, if you're with them, you're gonna be with them regardless because you enjoy being with them. You're committed day in and day out with or without a ring.
Right.
I feel like the ring, the wedding, that's icing on the cake.
Right.
Honestly, it's a reward for
Right.
going through so much
That's true.
and saying that, you know what, we can make this work.
Right.
We can stay committed because we're committed without a commitment. So imagine when we make a commitment.
But what? Let me just talk about. I don't know if I have a magnet or whatever draws me to, no, whatever draws married men to me, but I get a lot of married dudes trying to holler.
Okay, there's a lot of married women that's hollering too.
I mean, but I don't date women. I date men. So
I
from
know,
that
but I'm saying
perspective,
from a perspective.
I don't know about the other
Okay,
side.
but I just
So
had
what
a conversation today with one of my coworkers. There's a lot of married women that holler too.
and that's alarming.
It
That's
is alarming.
because they got married for all the wrong reasons.
And that's what we were saying too. They got married for a lot of women get married
So when
just
you go
for
ring
money.
shopping,
A lot of women get married. Who says I haven't? Hey, ain't gotta go no more.
hurry
That's
up.
right.
So a lot of women get married for comfort, for financial stability, for whatever reason. Sometimes it's not for love. Sometimes they know that they man cheating and they go ahead and do what they doing. Or sometimes they not with them and not satisfied and look for other, guys. Listen,
worried
I
about
done seen
time.
too much
Yeah.
out here.
Sometimes you have a certain
I
idea of
know,
what you should have or what
sometimes
you should have obtained
You
at a
think
certain
that your
point.
girl is good and she
But
cheating
to
on
me,
you.
the same
She doing your
dudes
thing.
who, they're on my Facebook. We're Facebook friends. They cheek to cheek with their mate. They've been in my DM, in my email,
That's sad.
on some, hey, what's really good?
That's so sad.
And so I just look and just shake my head.
Well, listen, when you're a beautiful girl, you gotta expect that though.
Expect
Niggas gonna
what?
come every which way they go.
But to
I don't
me,
expect it from a married
if we're
person.
Facebook friends, I could easily screenshot the conversation, send it to your damn wife, because we all friends on Facebook. I got 5,000 of them.
I guess they figuring if you know everything and you take the bait, then you down for my situation. It's a way of showing you what their situation to see if you're cool with it or not.
But it's just alarming. Like, yo,
It's horrible. It's horrible.
Like,
But that
for
doesn't
real?
mean your husband is gonna be like that.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
No. But I'm just saying, it doesn't mean your husband is gonna be like that. And even though, people cheat, whether you married or not married.
Mhm.
People cheat
Unfortunately.
all day. Husband, boyfriend, fiance,
Mm-hmm.
all across the board.
Right.
Girlfriend, wife.
Wife, they do with it.
They want to
is
have
what
their
it-
cake and eat it too,
Yeah. I mean,
so to speak.
ain't no point in having the cake. Like that, I
But
like
in
to say
general,
that.
I mean, for me, it's like I'm still optimistic that one day I'll be married.
I think you will. Listen,
I'm still optimistic.
you got all the things.
Thank you.
Alee. You got it. You got it. Now, before we get up out of here, what we like to do is we like to know one secret about you.
It's a secret. How am I supposed to tell you my business?
Listen. Yeah.
A
We need
secret
you
about
to
me.
expose one secret about you. Ain't nobody
Something
gonna
that
know.
nobody knows.
Ain't nobody gonna know. It's just us.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I sleep naked.
Okay. All right.
I sleep naked. I do.
I think that's like 98% of
I sleep naked.
It's comfortable.
Yes.
It's free.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Ashton? You got any
No
secret?
damn secret.
We don't got no
I think I
secret.
probably
We don't.
revealed my secrets all throughout the podcast. So
You got nothing else to
No.
disclose.
Violet, we're going to set you up. We're going to try to get you set up on this
Yes.
date.
Oh Lord.
Find
yeah.
you love in a open space. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yes,
You
a
know?
safe space.
Because this is America.
Holla.
We can find you something.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
Okay. Then I can come back and talk about the date.
Yes.
Y'all can come back.
Yes.
Oh.
And are you going to
Talk
be at the
about
next
the
Drinks and Conversation?
And when is it?
We haven't set a date yet, but listen.
I've missed the past couple of them, so the next one I would love to attend.
Yeah, because you made a splash at our last one. at
You
the
know,
one that
I was straightforward to the point, a little raw with it. I mean, I had fun.
It was nice, right?
Good,
Yeah, fun.
We want
Yeah.
you to have
We
fun.
want you to have fun.
Very
We're
informative.
going to set you up. We're going to get Alee on a date.
Yep.
We got a couple people. We're going to make some love connections around here. Shit.
Yep.
God damn it. But we about to get up out of here. Alee, thank you so much for coming
No
through.
problem. Thank you for
You're
having
welcome
me.
anytime.
Thank you. Thank
Giving
you.
your expertise and your
Thank you.
advice.
Yes.
And gentlemen, be honest and straightforward. Don't lie. If all you want to do is smash, let us know. That's
and
it.
get
All right,
rejected.
that's a boss
And
chick.
get
No.
rejected.
And drop the information for the event that you're going to be, the panel that you're going to be on for the women in media, the date and the information for that, please.
Wonderful. Yes, it'll be on June 7th at Carolina Kitchen, located in Hyattsville, Maryland. For more information, you can email me, Alee, at ALEE, at dynamicpublicrelations.net. I will be moderating this forum. Can't wait to see you there.
And tell us a little bit about your clients. Shout out your clients that you got.
Oh, yes. 14-year-old Eli,
Yes.
singing sensation, plays the
Yes.
guitar, drums, piano, writes his own songs.
That boy is dope.
Yeah, thank you.
I've seen him a few times.
Thank you.
Yeah.
He's making quite an impression within the DMV and beyond.
He is.
Yes. I'm working with a few nonprofit entities as well, so doing things out here.
I know that's right.
Yes.
Yep.
Alee, thanks for coming through.
Not a
Yes.
problem. Thank
We
you for
about to
having
get
me.
up out of here, y'all. It's Drinks and Conversation. And we out.
Good night.
Yeah.